LeBron said it, and I think it's, in case you haven't heard it, it's worth saying again. You know, the Lakers, through all their injuries, have fallen into a place where they may wind up in the NBA's play-in tournament, which is not an idea that they just came up with 15 minutes ago. It's been the rule all year long, and it's something they came up with and talked about at the bubble and everything else. And now the Lakers have fallen into a place because of injury, or they might wind up in that. Now, they won a big game last night. But on Sunday, LeBron said,
we end up at 6th or 5th or whatever the case may be, or if we end up in the playoff, whatever that thing is, whoever came up with that need to be fired. But whatever.
Okay, so whoever came up with that needs to be fired. And Frank Isola, who's covered basketball for forever, had a very good tweet on this when he wrote, "Great thing about player empowerment is you're never held accountable, like agreeing to a play-in tournament and calling for someone to be fired because of it." And the bottom line of it is this. Look, I love LeBron James, and he does not fall into the category of guys who load manage, because he does not. He's been hurt this year, and hurt is hurt. That happens, and he's genuinely injured. When he's not been injured, he has played basically entire seasons every year. So I have no qualms whatsoever with him from a load management standpoint. But the reason for the play-in tournament is because the players, the stars of the NBA, have rendered the regular season meaningless. That is the reason. That is why Adam Silver had to do this. Adam Silver is a brilliant guy. Spend 10 minutes with Adam Silver, and you'll walk away and you'll say, oh, okay, I just met someone smarter than I am. He's that obviously smart. And Adam Silver saw a problem. I've been yelling and screaming about this on the radio for years. The problem is I didn't know how to solve it. He had a good idea, and that is make these games matter much more than they do. I used to say that we don't do enough for playoff seeding. So I would say this. I used to say when it's a best of 7, give the team that has the better record in the regular season a bigger advantage. Make it 5 home games versus 2 home games, something like that. A 1-game home court advantage is just not enough of an incentive. If one team wins 64 regular season games and finishes first, and the team they're playing finishes 8th, and they won 39 regular season games, and that team wins game 1 on the road, they have home court advantage. Like the whole season never happened. So you need to find ways to make this matter. And to their credit, NBA players used to act like it did. They used to take it seriously. And I don't mean 50 years ago, I mean 10 years ago. NBA players used to act like the NBA regular season mattered, like these games mattered. And they started taking them off willy-nilly because they need rest, and they have sleep specialists who are telling them, well, you know, you will be at greater maximum peak effort if you don't play this one game. Oh, who cares? Everyone would be at greater peak effort if they didn't play. The games are scheduled. Play them, for crying out loud. So the point is, if you're not going to do it because of your sense of professionalism, they're going to make you do it. They're going to give you a reason to do it. And so the play-in tournament is a great idea, and it's working. Because all these teams are playing games. That game last night between the Lakers and the Nuggets was important, really important, because the Lakers are trying to stay out of the play-in. It's exactly what they wanted it to be. So it is serving its purpose exactly. So for people who are all of a sudden complaining about it, oh, this is a terrible idea. It's only the teams that wind up maybe being in it. The San Diego Padres might win 100 games this year, and they'll wind up playing Jacob deGrom in a 1-game-for-your-life play-in at the end of the season. They're not going to like that either. But you know what? It means the race in the NL West will matter all season long. It'll matter who wins that division and who doesn't. The regular season is supposed to matter. These games are supposed to matter. And so it is 100% right. The play-in tournament is doing what it's supposed to do, and they need more of it, not less. We are 90% through the season, and only 6 teams have been eliminated from playoff contention. And these teams that might be in that playoff thing, they're fighting for each other. These games matter at the end of the season. That's the point. That's the whole reason they have this thing in the first place. It's a great idea, and the way people are talking about it frustrates me no end.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.